In this video, I'm going to talk about how to use price action rules to help us identify directional bias of the market and high probability setups. The pre-market structure analysis today is fairly simple because there is a low amount of bars. We can see it is going a little bit sideways. We have an uptrend working higher, breaking new high. This black line is dividing yesterday's session with today's session. Now after breaking new extreme, you'd expect right now sellers to break the 21 bar EMA because uptrend played out. Let's see what's going to happen. But we have massive bullish bar above EMA. Now, even though this is visual, two-legged pullback, one leg down, break, second leg down, I cannot go long just yet because I don't have a bullish trend established. I have a breaking new high, and what if we're going to reverse? Okay, so it is not good enough for me to go long just yet. Let's see what's going to happen. And because EMA is starting to flatten and price action is going sideways, I can start to anticipate possible consolidation. Let's see what's going to happen. And we have massive bullish rejection of the lows. So EMA keeps holding again. We have two-legged pullback down, and we have new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. So we have another micro second entry long. Market moves in pairs of twos. And this time, the support is holding, EMA keeps holding. And because sellers didn't reverse the market here, and they failed again here, this is now a decent second entry long at the bottom of the trend range. And this is first great high probability setup for today's second entry long. It's okay to take it now. We have to skip the first one, even though the first one worked, because we just had to break a new high. But the market is not reversing, it is establishing small trend range, so we're buying at the bottom. I wouldn't go long on a hollow because it is simply too close to these highs. It is in the middle of the consolidation, so even though it worked, it's better to be patient. Okay, now it's going to be important to see how this bearish trend does, because if there is no bullish bias, we're going to have bearish reversal all the way down. If there is some bullish trend, bullish bias present, we're going to break above the EMA. And this is important. This downtrend didn't even get a retest, not even an attempt. And already this high exceeded this latest high's high. So why did this happen? This is what you have to ask yourself. Why this downtrend doesn't even have first entry short to attempt to test the new low? This means there's a series of higher lows, higher highs, and there is some spike and a channel pattern. And there has to be, because otherwise this downtrend would get breaking new extreme. So because we broke the high, another push phase started. You can see EMA is starting to point up. This spike and a channel makes sense. So right now what I have to redraw a brand new downtrend working lower. Something like this. Downtrend played out with the break, moved to a new extreme. So the downtrend played out. So this is what you want to see, because now you know that the sellers have no longer a reason in the market to expect market to go lower. And now we have new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. Market moves in pairs of twos. You have to train your eyes to see them. One leg down, break, second leg down. We're at the key entry point. This is second entry long and another great high probability setup because the downtrend played out, correction phase ended, and a brand new push phase is about to start. Great setup. But now we have overshoot. Okay, at the time, I don't even have these scale was drawn because it doesn't resemble big trend range just yet. But now we have overshoot, which means this is overbought area. I don't need any other indicator. I can just see it based on price action because market geometry is telling me, okay, you have a spike in a channel. Overshoot can break the trend line or even reverse the market. We can expect stronger bearish correction. So every single time I have overshoot, I have to skip the very first second entry. So now I have a new high, first entry long, second entry long. Can I take it? I cannot, because after overshoot, we have to skip the first, second entry. There can be a stronger reversal. So this is a common trap. Not every second entry is created equal. You can be thinking about possible wider channel like this, but the reason why I don't like this wider channel, because there is so much empty room here and there is so much empty room at the top. It doesn't fit that great. You can see this would mean there is massive loss of momentum. There is empty room at the top, empty room at the bottom. There are no early swings. So every single time you see empty room at the bottom, at the top, there's probably a spike in a channel pattern. So we definitely cannot go long. There is overbought area. We can have stronger pullback, so no entry here, and this is what it resulted into. Now if you're confused whether to expect bearish reversal now or new high for this uptrend, it's going to come down how EMA reacts. Okay, we are not predicting future, we are following footsteps. So how is EMA reacting? It's getting completely ignored, no rejection at all, massive push above EMA. Okay, so now it's obvious that we're about to test the new high. So I have to redraw a brand new short-term uptrend. This spike in a channel, according to trendline rule, should get new high tested. So right now I'm thinking about long setups. We have new high, no break here, no break here. We have high low here, first entry long, but I cannot go above this bar. Never triggered then this inside bar. This is a horrible setup. I can't go long here because, it didn't trigger here. Horrible signal bar, even had it triggered. This is just first entry long. Can't take it. And market keeps working higher, and now we have a break and a new high. So at this point, I'm starting to make sense of the structure, and it's starting to resemble some consolidation. So I can draw the support, the resistance, uptrend played out with break, 2 legs to a new extreme. I cannot sell because we have inside bar, another inside bar. It was too bullish. Now this is a bit confusing area, but if you're trying to locate another channel, it just doesn't make sense. This one is too broad. This one doesn't fit that well. There is most likely just another tiny channel with another break and a new high. Let's see how EMA is going to react. And once again, EMA is the helpful supportive indicator that is telling you what the prices are doing. And this massive push below EMA is making it clear. Okay, spike and a channel has a break, 2 legs to a new extreme. There was a stronger third leg, stronger residual bullish momentum. And now you cannot argue with the market. I have to redraw a brand new downtrend working lower. We have pulled back into trend range. So you always want to have these candles on the chart, part of some channel. Now, we are thinking about second entry short at the EMA. Okay, we have a first entry short. We have a micro double bottom, which means I have to reset the count. So I'm going to redraw a brand new uptrend working high. I have to, even though it looks like a 2-legged pullback, 1 leg, second leg. Because I have micro double bottom, there's a big chance that this is considered now first leg, and you need to reset the count and look for second entry short again. Why? Even though you have micro double bottom, after such a strong leg down, you would definitely expect technical new extreme. So can get a second entry short, no second entry short, and we have new low by 1 tick. So now we have new low formed by 1 tick, which means technically downtrend played out with the break, push to new extreme. This is now 1 bottom, double bottom, triple bottom. At the main support or loaded A key level, more advanced trader can take this triple test. It is a little bit more advanced. If you're a novice trader, you want to see what? Push above EMA and reverse a pattern, felt second entry short. So market is pushing above EMA, so this is a good sign for us. If we're thinking about reverse, we have a new low. First break here, which means first entry short. It felt instantly because we broke back above this bar. And now we have second entry short here. And if there's going to be break above this bullish bar, there is about to be a felt second entry short. It is on a micro level because it happened here. First entry short, stop quickly, break below second entry short failure. So this right here is a felt second entry short. After downtrend played out, push above EMA, and this is great. High probability setup, felt second entry short, reverse a pattern. Work for a scalp. Your stop loss has to go 1 tick below the signal bar. Okay, we are correcting, so what I have to do, I have to redraw brand new downtrend working lower. We have technically new high, first entry long, second entry long, but as you can see, there's so many matching highs, something like this. So every single time we have so many matching highs, it is definitely helpful to reset the count again just to be sure, because price action keeps resetting every single time we bounce this small key level. So it technically looks like only first entry long, and you can even see there's a visual only aspect of the 1 leg. 1 leg down, downtrend is in play. So I want to see the second entry long break, push lower, EMA holding. Can we get it? No, we broke below. I cannot go long above doji, and the doji formed below EMA. So why EMA is not holding, and why it is a doji, so I have to be careful. Can I get high low above EMA? Can I get high low above EMA? No. There is no break here, so there is no trigger, but even had there been trigger, it's a horrible single bar, so there is no entry. And at this point, EMA is too sideways, too flat, consolidation, so I have to be careful. No trade zone. Market is trending lower, so I cannot argue with the market. This uptrend will not get a new high tested. I have to redraw a brand new downtrend working lower. We have a break, push to a new extreme, so downtrend played out, and now we have set up high low far from the EMA. Now if I'm going to zoom back, I can see that support has 1 bounce, second bounce, 3, 4, 5 bounces. This is a trend range structure. Downtrend played out with the break new low, and this is additional broad break, push to new extreme. In fact, on a higher time frame, this push to new extreme is very insignificant. So it looks like the traders on a high time frame wanted to see the legitimate stronger push to new extreme for this leg down, which right now the sellers achieved the push to new extreme. And now, because we're buying the failed breakout, this is great signal bar, great high-low confirmation setup, or the failed breakout below the support. We're far from the EMA. Once again, if you're not sure, you're going to wait for this repeat pattern of the failed second entry short. So we have new low, first entry short. I'm going to redraw the channel. Okay, channel fits pretty well. First entry short, second entry short failure. I cannot go long above this doji bar. It first broke lower, reverse up, so it's better to wait for this bar to get a trigger, and it has a trigger, and this is a great textbook failed second entry short reversal pattern. We're back above the support, 2 key entry points, EMA trend line, downtrend played out, great high probability setup. Your stop loss goes one tick below the single bar, you have to wait for the trigger, and then you can actually hold the runner and just wait for important significant swings so you can trail the runner. This is very easy runner to trail. Okay, we have very tiny break, but I'm gonna make the channel wider because remember, you want to see breaks to be significant. This still visually looks like a one leg working higher. Clean, seamless push up. So every single time it looks so clean and seamless, like one push working higher. I cannot draw it tighter with the break and new high. It's simply still in play. You can see what a strong move this was. You can be holding the runner from both setups off of these lows. So now this uptrend, according to trendline rule, needs to get new high. So I want to see first entry long, second entry long at the exponential moving average. Two-legged pullback once again. I cannot go long on a second entry long so far from the EMA that is not at the key entry point. So now that I can see second entry long far from the EMA, already what's going through my mind is double trap at the EMA. Can we get it? Still cannot go long. Okay. Okay, and this is interesting. We have strong support, downtrend played out with the break, move to a new extreme, and this is multiple tests simply because I have so many confirmations off of these lows. But look at my signal bar. Signal bar has a strong bearish body. There is some tail, yes, but you know, the signal bar is weak, so unfortunately, even though context is perfect, you know, multiple tests, support keeps holding, EMA keeps holding, this strong leg needs to get new high. I cannot take it. Maybe if you're trading, you know, a different chart a little bit where you have better bar, bullish bar, you have to go long, but on my chart, I simply cannot go long here, even though it is a great setup context wise, but I have to respect the rules. The signal bar is weak and I cannot take it. So uptrend played out with the break new extreme. This means I'm pausing, looking to go long. I'm gonna drag it a little bit higher because the trend range has expanded. So now I expect correction or reversal. Let's see what's gonna happen. You have a second entry long, okay? And the EMA keeps holding. Can you take it? No, because we just had a break and new extreme. So according to rules, we skip the first second entry long. But already it is telling you something important. Why after breaking new high, you can't even break below EMA? Okay, that is what you expect. EMA keeps holding every single time. So this is telling you, okay, the trend is still strong. So if I expect uptrend continuation, I skip the second entry long, and I have to wait for the high-low confirmation setup. Even this downtrend played out with the break new extreme, so this is a good sign. And now I have high-low confirmation setup. EMA keeps holding again. In fact, it looks like there is additional spike and a channel pattern because the bullish signs are so strong, and this is great high-low confirming the second entry long. Now you waited, you are safe, not taking the second entry long off 2 key entry points, EMA in the trend line. Your stop loss goes one tick below the single bar, so you're still riding this trade. This is why you put the stop loss one tick below the single bar, so you can see you can still survive. Now you have a failed second entry short, but the single bar is a little bit weak. It is at 2 key entry points. First entry short, second entry short. The reason why we reset the count here at the second entry long is because it's the lowest point of this pullback. It's the lowest point of this pullback, so I had to reset the count. You know, given the bar, it is a bit more aggressive, but it is at 2 key entry points, so you can consider. Now you have another high low, but at this point it's getting too stacked. You're supposed to be holding these trades. There's a tail at the top. We can't take it, even though it ended up working. And now we have another overshoot. Okay, so you can see spike in a channel, overbought area. In fact, once again, I want to bring this up because we talked about this at the beginning of today's lesson. There's a possibility for you to draw this wide a channel, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't have any confirmations throughout this area. Empty room here, empty room at the bottom. So you can see every single time you can go such a long period of time without a confirmation, and you get confirmation only this late, meaning you're completely negating all of these early bounces. You shouldn't get swings to confirm the trend line this late in the trend. So this is why it's better to draw the spike and a channel pattern, because it fits better. You can see there's not that much of empty room, definitely no empty room at the bottom. But now we have overshoot, so we can expect stronger pullback in the opposite direction, just like our earlier channel. So if there's going to be second entry long at the EMA, I would have to skip. There is none, there is below EMA, but I still can't take it. I cannot go long below EMA because we just had overshoot. So I want to see push above EMA. Okay, now we have high low, but the single bar is weak and it's not confirming much. Okay, the reason why it is better to take failed second entry short here with this single bar and not this high low, it's because it comes down to a context. This failed second entry short is of 2 key entry points, but this high low is not confirming much. Only thing that is confirming is the fact that you need to get new high, but we had overshoot. Remember, the overshoot is important. So when the high low formed this weak bar, barely closing above EMA, after overshoot, you need to see stronger bullish bar or failed second entry short. So this one is better because the context is better. Here the context is weaker, so we gotta be careful. And right now we are actually tracing too much of the spike in a channel, so it looks like there is a wider downtrend being in play, because we are traced, as you can see, over the 61-80%. So that means that we generally reverse to brand new downtrend. Now we have a second entry short, new low, first entry short, second entry short. This is a solid second entry short because we expect an extreme. It ended up failing because market keeps going higher. It's a little bit too late now, market is about to close, but this was a little bit tricky area because it retraced too much and the close of a market probably negated a little bit. So finally a day where we had a bunch of good setups, 1, 2, 3, 4 setups right here. It's a shame this setup didn't form with better single bar because it would have been great high probability setup. Great failed second entry short here. 2 good two-legged pullbacks right at the beginning. This area didn't really offer any good setups, but it's okay. This was a tricky area because you expect new high to be tested, but the second entry long forms as a doji below EMA, so you can't take it. And then it flattened. So confusing area here, but overall we actually had a few decent setups to take advantage of. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.